Hi everybody, Carl Huffaker again, back with my article marketing training. Today I'm going to show you what feed sites I use. I'm going to show you what ping sites I use. I'm going to show you what article directories that I use. And I'm going to show those on the screen here so that you can copy them, write them down, save them in some sort of a document so that they're easy to get. And I'm also going to talk about a tool called Article Submitter that has helped me immensely. It saves me quite a bit of time. As you will find out, submitting all of these articles to one at a time to all of these directories will take an incredible amount of time, and so this has saved me a lot of time. It's a one-time fee. It's a little spendy, but in my opinion it's worth it. It's saved me some time. I'm not saying that you have to get it because you can do all of this by hand, but after you've done this by hand for a while, I think you will be looking for a tool such as Article Submitter to help you out with. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so last time we submitted an article through HubPage, and so these are some of the article directories that I use. Like I said, I use HubPage. There's GoArticle, EaseIn. Now you only want to submit your best articles to EaseIn. They're pretty picky on what they get, but they also give you good ranking and it's a good quality article directory. Squidoo is also a good one. You will take a little more time in adding your articles to that, but it's also gets ranked well. Scribed, MyLot, Article City, Article Shout, Article Dashboard, MyBlog. So any of these, and there's lots more. I mean, whatever you find, but just remember that you only want to add your articles to articles that are relevant to your niche. Okay. Now, ping sites. Ping sites again are sites that help you get indexed by Google and the different search engines. PingGoat is a very good one. I use Pingomatic. I use all of these. I don't use all of them at the same time. Like, I may have, I submit an article, I may use 3 or 4 of these to do this with. So you can use whatever you would like to use. Try them out, use different ones, get a feel of what you like to use. In the ping sites, they will often ask you for a feed. Okay, so feeds are good. When you create your feed, what that does is it allows people to select your RSS feed, and when you make a new article or something new comes out on your website or things like that, they will automatically get that new article or that feed. Okay, so if you don't have a feed, then go to www.feedburner.com. Okay, and what you do is you would just add in the site. Like if you're going to create one for HubPages, you would create one for your HubPage site, the one that you signed in as. So you would create that, you'd give them that URL, and they would in turn create a feed for you. And then you want to take that feed and you want to enter it into FedIdge, FedIst, and FedBase. There are others out there, but these are some of the good ones. And then once you get that burner or that feed back on your ping sites, when you enter those in, many of them will ask you for the feed if you have it. It's not necessary, but if you have it, it's always a good thing to do. Okay. Okay, so from the article that we created last week, we're going to take this article and we are going to spin it. And what I mean by spin it is we're going to take like a sentence here and we're going to rewrite it. We're going to rewrite it, 2 or 3 times. You're going to have to rewrite it. If you're doing this by hand, you're going to have to rewrite it probably several times. And that's why I use Article Submitter. I'll show you how to use that here in a bit. But so if you're going to rewrite this by hand or spin it by hand, you're going to want to probably have another document, and you're going to just kind of want to rewrite this every time. But so we want to have our original document, our original article. And we'll put that out there, and then we're going to take that original article and we're going to spin that as many times as makes sense to do that with. And what that does is it gives us our links out there for several times. Now you can respin this link here or the signature if you want. I will probably make a few changes to it as I go along, but for the most part I'm going to just leave it. And the articles that I write, I'm going to make my signature here kind of blend in to it. Okay, so let me get back to Article Submitter. Okay, I'm going to close a few of these things down. Before I do that, I was going to tell you how to get the URL. So this one right here is the the movie that, or is the article that we wrote about last time. So if I right click on that and open in a new tab and come up here on that new tab, there's the URL we want right there. So when you ping, that's the URL that you're going to want to ping. Okay, if that doesn't make sense, well, I hope it does. But anyway, so I'm just gonna, so that's the URL that you would use to ping. So now let's talk about Article Submitter. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so Article Submitter, we come up here, and what we can do here is we create a pen name. We can have more than one. As you can see, I've got more than one, but I'm going to use this one right here. It's a good idea. In fact, the author suggests that you create an email service especially for Article Submitter, because as you register with all of these different directories, you will get tons and tons of junk mail. So it's a good idea to have them go into one spot, and so that's why I'm using this one here. Okay, as you can see, all of these are the directories that we can submit to. And what you have to do when you get started on this is there's the tutorial over here that will show you how to do that. But basically what you do is you can do a quick register, so you can mass register after you get your email and your password and everything set up. You mass register, it registers everything that it can, and then after that you have to go through and just kind of do it one at a time. It takes a little time. In fact, as we go through here, you can see that some of these are blank, and I haven't got them all registered, but there are some also that I've found that they're no longer active, or they're not good sites anymore, so I couldn't register with them anyway. Okay, so if we come over to the site group, it has these different articles or these different sites here, and each one of them has the different article directories that go with them, or we can just do all. Okay. You set up your pin names here, your articles here. Okay, now this is the article that I just wrote here, and what we're going to do is we are going to spin this article. And I've already done that, but I'm going to open that up for you so that you can see what it is to spin an article. Let me resize this here a little bit. Okay, so this is the one, so I'm going to choose that when I come in here. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken that first sentence in our article. Let me open this up. I'm going to resize this a little bit. So like this one right here, I love watching movies, and I love watching clean movies with my family, and that's what I've done here. And so I've done that 3 times, and you can tell by the little red marks here. There's 1, 2, where's the third one? I don't see it right off the top of my head. But anyway, and these other ones are just for like words. So like if I was to come in here, well, if I was to take these out right here, what I could do is click on that, and then it gives me the suggested words up here. And what I've done is chose love. Could have chose like, but or actually that's the one I did choose, is like. Okay, and then it puts the little brackets around it. You can do that manually too if you want. What you do for a whole sentence though is you highlight that sentence. Like if this was a sentence right here, I would highlight that and press Control W. It would pull the whole thing up in here, and then I would just come up here and start typing, and it would add the brackets around that. And of course I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I've done 3 new sentences for each sentence in my article. As you can see here, here's my signature, here's my keywords, there's my title, and here's my article summary, and they were all from my article, if you remember right. Let's see if I can move this up. Okay, so there's the title, keywords, description, and signature. And that's, if you remember a while ago, I told you that I liked doing that so that I had everything real handy for me, and so that's the reason. Okay, so now if we come over to the preview part of it, okay, this is where this tool really comes in handy, but we can also see that our keywords here, so we have movies 20 times, clean 11 times, so we have there's our keyword right there, clean movies, and it's in there at least 11 times. Okay, and so I can respin this, and it will just go ahead and recreate articles every time. And so I'm going to duplicate that, and I can come out here and I can see, okay, what is the difference between the two? So I'm going to compare. Okay, so these two are not, these are 57.6% alike, and that's pretty dang low, and that's really good. So if I respin this again, compare, okay, so they're that much different from each other, and so that's really good. And that's one of the things I really like about this tool. So as we come back, I'm going to close this, and then it'll go back here, and then when I get ready, I'm going to submit this job, and it will go out and well, let me try just doing it right now. I'm just going to submit it to these. Okay, so it'll submit it to these, and then I can if I type in key movies, actually I don't even want to do that, but anyway, we set this up so that we can go ahead and do this. It's all in the I'm just going to cancel this. It's all in the tutorials and things like that. It's really not all that difficult once you get going at it. And it's, like I said, it's a great little tool. It saves a lot of time. You don't have to do it, but I think in the long run you'll see the wisdom in doing it. Okay, now again, let me come down here. There is the site right there to get that. So if you're interested, go ahead and jot that down and go out and get that right now or whenever you can. Okay, so I'm going to close that. Okay, that about does it for the article spinning. And you need to spin your articles as many times as you can, and then you publish them to as many article directories as you can. Don't forget to ping. And I can't think of anything else to tell you on that other than just do it. Okay, talk to you later.